Let's bring in Roger Casale, who is a former member of Parliament for the Labour Party of the UK. He joins us now from Florence in Italy. Roger, good to have you on the show. Let's continue with this theme of tribute to the late Queen. I mean, we all know that the nation is in a period of mourning. Britons are realizing how much the country depended on her, on the Queen, and how much they'll really miss her.
Absolutely, and it's not just in the UK. As you said, I'm based near Florence, and people hear my English accent and they offer their condolences to me or to any British person they see, because she touched the life of millions of people around the world. I think not just because of her position, but really principally because of her character. Obviously, her position gave her a platform and a profile, and she carried out that duty in an exemplary way, in a remarkable way, over such a long period of time. But I had the opportunity to meet her on 3 occasions, and I was struck by the fact that she really took a genuine interest, or seemed to take a genuine interest in everybody she met, even me. And I think that's a breathtaking achievement. I think she was somebody who you could imagine having a cup of tea with and having a conversation with. I think people identified with her. They felt that she was accessible to them. And I think that's why the tributes are so strong, and I think they will keep coming for a long time to come.
Roger, when you look at the British monarchy as an institution, I think two words would really stand out in terms of describing it: continuity and stability. These are key for its future. Yet, when we look at it, when we analyze it, it is shown that it is an extremely adaptive institution. How do you think the new ruler, King Charles III, will fit into all this?
Thank you. It's such a great question, and I think you've answered it in your question. I think that he will have to adapt. I think the secret of the success of the British monarchy as an institution is its ability to adapt and to change. Now, Queen Elizabeth herself was a very stable force over 70 years. We know she was there for 70 years, but her presence was very stable. There were no surprises for Queen Elizabeth II. And I think Charles will strive to confound his critics and to confound the expectations. I think it'll be very difficult for him to fill the emotional gap in the nation that is left by the Queen's passing. But I think he will try to hold things steady and steady the ship. Because this is a huge moment of transition for Britain. But after that, you're absolutely right. The key to success will be to what extent is he able to modernise the institution, the British monarchy, just as the Queen, for all her continuity and stability, was able to bring the institution up to date. And I think Charles will have to do the same, because that indeed is the key to the British monarchy's success in the long run, its ability to adapt, and he will need to adapt.
Roger, you mentioned filling in this emotional gap. I mean, when you look at sort of the situation that King Charles III is in, it's a very delicate balance, and we saw hints of that in Friday evening's first televised address to the nation. I mean, on the one hand, he is privately grieving for the loss of his mother, yet on the other hand, he is preparing to transition into a role leading a kingdom.
Well, he's had plenty of time to prepare for this moment, and everybody has known that sooner or later this day would come. But that's not the same as actually rising to the occasion when it does come. And I think people will be feeling this around the world when they have elder relatives who pass on. We know that that day sooner or later must come. We prepare for it as best we can, but nothing can actually prepare you for the moment. He needs now to rise to the occasion, and I think time will tell. But I think one thing that was very positive, if I may say so, was that he did allow the world to see how he is feeling. I think the Queen was also always very stoical. She came from a different generation. She didn't want to put her feelings on display. And I think Charles has got to strike that balance between being statesmanlike and regal and a king, but also showing that underneath it, he's a human being. because, as I say, with the Queen, the thing about the Queen was that people felt a connection with her. They felt that she was the sort of person you might imagine meeting her at a bus stop. I mean, you wouldn't meet the Queen at a bus stop, but let's say for a moment, she was at the bus stop with you and in disguise, and you could imagine having a conversation with her while you were waiting for the bus. That's the kind of person she was. She connected with people, and I think that's going to be a challenge for Charles. But I think he's off to a good start, and let's wish him well. God save the King.
There you go. It's actually a difficult phrase because we've gotten so used to God save the Queen. All right. Roger Casale, thank you very much for joining us. I do appreciate it.